I like this color. So, welcome everybody to the first episode of Hurry Up and Wait. And I'm going to be your host, Derek. And a little bit about me, a little bit about the show. I'm going to go around interviewing veterans about their life. And as you can see, I'm a Marine because me and my favorite snack, my favorite pastime, and that there be crayons. So, join me along for the ride. And for today's special guest, our first guest ever, inaugural episode, one of my buddies, a very close friend of mine for over 10 years. His name is Sergeant Rehm. So without further ado, come along for the ride so we can all hurry up and wait. Welcome everybody for joining us on the first episode of Hurry Up and Wait. Basically what I'm going to say, besides saying a lot, is that I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I got out as a sergeant, and I like to go around interviewing veterans about their past lives, before, during, and after life in the military. My first guest ever is a very close personal friend of mine, Scott Rehm, and we'll just let him tell his words, story. Whatever. Scott, how the hell are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah? Good. Well, you see we have water and or beverage. We'll just leave it at that. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
What do we do? You want to start with as a kid or what? Am I telling my life story? I don't know.
Let's go with what got you into the military.
All right. I remember one day I was at Target working, gathering carts in the parking lot, and the Navy recruiter came up to me, and he was telling me, I forgot how it went, but basically I told him I want to be a SEAL. He's like, "Oh yeah, we'll teach you how to swim." That guy was fucking lying to me, but I believed it. I didn't care. That's all I wanted to do. I watched Saving Private Ryan. And I was like, "Oh shit, I want to do that."
Okay.
I don't even know what.
I'm still laughing at you because I know you can't swim, and you wanted to be a SEAL.
No, I know. See, I'm telling you, that dude was lying to me. But that was my fault. After I got in, I'm not trying to skip, but I wanted to do snipers or something like that. But I refused to do it because I said I can't swim. But I just never put in the effort. I didn't think, to me, in my mind, I didn't think it was possible that I can swim, So I let that be an excuse. So I regret that.
I mean, not nice.
No, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome. I backflip my way through the Marine Corps.
Sorry, that's, you should have been, yeah, no, you definitely sound like a female Marine. Besides the point. All right. So tell me about your family life. Let's start even simpler before the military. Tell me about your family. Tell me about how you met your lovely, perfectly sane, normal wife.
Well, of course, where you meet all normal people, Facebook, MySpace, I don't know.
For you guys that don't know what MySpace is, it's like the progenitor of social media. So progenitor for you young kids means it's like the grandpa of social media.
Or Facebook. I didn't even know Facebook existed because I was on MySpace. I saw her. I just messaged her, She was the only one I ever saw in my eyes. I knew she was the one from the beginning.
What's your name?
Gina Lynn.
I do not. For you guys that don't know, Gina's our director because we have no idea what we're doing. So here we are.
Yeah. So
But yeah, so messaged her. She didn't get back to me at first. But then when she saw me, it was love at first sight. So naturally, we did the military thing. We got married in 2 months of knowing each other. In a couple of weeks, it's actually going to be our 20-year anniversary.
so you guys are like the exception to the rule.
For now, I hope it stays that way.
For now. Bro, it's forever.
Guaranteed. But no, yeah, no, for sure. But it's just work, you know.
Yeah.
But people change as they grow. But you just got to keep staying aligned, talk to each other, be there for each other. So
And kids?
we have 2 boys, 16 and 14 now. So they're getting older. One just got a permit, so trying to get a job now.
Yeah. That's like mine. Oh my God.
It's been a long time since we saw each other.
No, man. I think the last time we saw each other, my 2 younger ones weren't even born. I think my wife was pregnant with my second one, and she slid down your stairs on her stomach. Oh, we got drunk while she was pregnant at your guys' house. But now that kid's a straight A student, so I'm not encouraging moms to drink when they're pregnant. Just saying, alcohol might have helped.
That's how you find out.
Getting canceled. Like right off the bat, first episode, we're getting canceled. Cool. So, yeah, no, man, my 16-year-old has her permit, and we're talking about her first job because, you know, she's a Gen Zer now, and everything's stressful. Everything's too much. Not Sigma,
Yeah,
or whatever the hell they say.
I don't even know that.
I don't know what that means either. But we kind of came to the assumption that she likes money, and she's getting her permit. She wants to learn how to drive so she can get her freedom, go get a job, and pay her own stuff. Reverse psychology for the win, man.
I'm making mine pay rent.
I'll make mine pay rent if they don't follow through with school.
He's gonna pay rent and follow through with school.
I like it.
I gotta teach him. He's gonna be a boy, you know, a man. So
No, that's fair.
he has to learn his lessons.
That's fair.
It's a little bit easier for girls, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Yes and no.
Well, no, yeah.
Because, like,
They just have to be smart about it.
yeah.
Good guy.
Again, my son, he's a good kid. He's just, I don't want to say simple Jack, but he's a simple boy. We'll leave it at that. All right, cool, man. And then, where do you live? Where are we right now?
Las Vegas. So we decided to come out here. My wife and I were from California, Bay Area. We knew we couldn't. I didn't want to go back. It was too expensive. We weren't making that much money. I didn't have a job because I was getting out. I didn't have a plan really. Everybody said go be a cop, so that's what I thought I had to do.
Glad you're not a cop.
I'm glad to. I would have quit by law.
Oh, man, I wouldn't be able to handle my friend being a cop. I'd be like, you're a narc, Blue Falcon. Like, we hated MPs together, and now you're one. Real, thank God. Anyways, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking I wanted to join SWAT, whatever. I found out you had to do like 6 years, and I was like, damn. So I took the test, psychological test for Metro, and I failed it. So I couldn't even make it 6 years. That was the first step. And it happens for a reason.
That was your first sign of, like, you weren't meant to be a narc, and that's okay.
In my head, I thought it was going to be like hella serious. So I was like, I'm just going to tell the truth. And to me, like, you know, I feel like I have like a rational mind. I can tell like if a question seems kind of fucked up. But I mean, I answered it honestly, and apparently that wasn't good enough.
What was one of these questions?
I don't remember. This is like 2013. So that was a while ago.
Dude, I just started my second enlistment 2013.
How'd it go from going turning into a real man while you transition to your new Marine Corps MOS?
I get the being a man part, but I transitioned. Are you talking about when I changed units?
You went to 03, right?
No, I stayed in 06. I went to a grunt unit.
Once a poke, always a poke.
Yeah, but I went to weapons, and guess who I was shooting with? Snipers. Because who could swim? This freaking.
I thought
kid.
you went 41, 0341.
No. I just because I could do. For those that don't know, I was in 311 artillery unit, but I was a radio operator, so we could do fire missions. So I call the cannons or talk to the people who are calling for cannon fire. They call and go boom. So because I could speak that language, I could go work for mortars, and I was doing fire missions with mortars and all of the whole battalion, 1,300 some Marines, I seem to be the only one who can talk fire missions. So,
The mortarmen are fucking lazy as fuck. We always talk shit because
oh my God.
they call them spades. They play spades and shit.
Dude, you know how nice it was when we were hiking, but we had the trucks because we had the mortars? Oh,
It's all love, but we were just talk shit. That's what you do in the Marine Corps. Talk shit to everybody.
and then when you see a Navy person, they're doc. Doesn't matter what they are. You could literally be a lieutenant. Shut up, doc.
Call them squids.
Yeah. So since we're on the topic, you want to talk about, I almost said the pussy on your lap, but we're going to edit that out. But so since we're talking about military life, tell me something about your military life. How did that go?
It was okay. I just needed direction in my life. I was doing some dumb shit. Was starting to get in trouble more and more. And I knew I had to go. A judge recommended I also do it. He didn't make me do it, but he recommended it. So I strongly considered it. And that's right around the same time the Navy guy came. And enlisted. I was 18 still. Boot camp. Some guys struggle, some don't. I was used to it. My dad was always yelling at my ass. So to me, it was just more intense yelling, but that's it.
You know what's funny? It was living with my ex-girlfriend that made surviving my drill instructors easy. The bitch was a nag. So when I went in, the drill instructor, I was like, you haven't punched me, you haven't hit me. It doesn't feel like I can live with my ex-girlfriend. I got this. And sure shit, boot camp was like a breeze. For what it was worth, it was hard, but I was expecting to get beat up every day, and never once.
One of our drill instructors punched a recruit in the face. He fell asleep on fire watch, and the CO came up. He caught him, the CO, and the next day they had to talk with us, and we're all just standing there, in the circle, and you could tell the drill instructor's just pissed. You could see it on his face. And he's standing next to the kid, and then out of nowhere, he just fucking socked his ass, hard too. I was like, yeah.
We laugh because we're traumatized. Ugh. Oh man.
They would let us fight each other.
Yeah.
The different platoons.
Yeah, no, the closest we got was the Pugil sticks, but that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about Pugil sticks in another video.
We had a recruit come to our squad bay. I mean, it was on us because he looked kind of funny. He had big glasses on, and he was requested to speak to a drill instructor because they sent him over to get some supplies. And we started making fun of him, and then it eventually turned into a fight. And our drill instructor, he wasn't mad at us. He told us good for sticking up for each other and all this. But
so what? Okay, sorry. What ended up happening with the punching? Or with the kid? To kind of go back, you made fun of the kid. Then you guys got in trouble, or you started fighting the kid there, or
no, yeah, it was 3 of them versus a mob of us. Not the whole, but there was a bunch there outnumbered for sure.
just happy? Really cool.
Yeah, because we told our drill instructor, which is true, the guy was talking shit. I mean, but we were talking shit first, but whatever. He was talking shit to us, and he punished us, of course, but that's just how it is. But he told us, you know, you need to stand up for each other. You need to keep our respect, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Wow, our drill instructors hated us. We had 4. The head and then the assistant. The head, once we didn't win first place in one of the drills, he gave up on us early, gave up on us. Then the second guy gave up on us. It wasn't for our third head. I forgot what he was called. And then the fourth guy, who was just like a floater, because we were his last platoon. Those 2 stepped up and took care of us. And like they were going to go throw bows with the other drill instructors and fight them.
yeah.
So,
But I don't know. I saw the Marine Corps change though as I was in. I was in for 8 years, 2004 to 13.
yeah.
I saw it change a lot. And I don't know. I didn't like it.
Dude, you want to talk about changing a lot? Like, I think I told you before, we had our first female Marine join our unit. Then we had a staff sergeant female in radio who she beat her husband and never got NJP'd for it, even though the cops, she was arrested, the whole 9. If a Marine beats up another Marine, that's it. They go to the brig.
Yeah.
And then we had a female lieutenant, who was just coddling the junior Marines. You do with your babies. And I was like, nope, I'm out. My pappy and grandpappies would be pissed if I let this fly. So no, I'm good. Out.
I can't imagine how it got like current day.
Easy. They paraded the first female Marine like freaking prize pig throughout the whole base. And not even 6 months into the new unit, she already transferred out because they were trying to grape her. You can't say the R word.
That's another reason why like I didn't think it was a good idea to integrate,
Never.
especially on deployment.
Never.
It's
No, man. You know those nasty nooks and crannies on the ships? Yeah. Ew.
yeah. I mean, I remember while I was on the MEU, you know, there's STD spreading, and there wasn't that many females there. So,
Well, we won't talk about the STDs, but tell me a little bit about your MEUs. And for those who don't know, MEUs are Marine Corps expedition units, where we jump on a Navy ship and then we go, depending. Some MEUs go to the Middle East waters and float around till somebody pops off, or you go to, which is a 31st MEU that I'm familiar and I think you're familiar with too. We go to the Pacific Ocean and then we go between all the most Asian countries, or maybe even Australia, and train with them. And I hated all 3 MEUs I was on for different reasons. But tell me about yours.
I only went on one, but that was the worst deployment to me. And I don't know. It's the first one I had kids too, so that's made it hard for me.
Probably what made it suck.
And my little boy was like 6 months, I think, when I left. So
She had both boys by that time.
yeah, my first 2 deployments, I didn't have kids.
Well, all 3 of mine, I had my kids. It was collectively, I was gone for half of each of their lives. Like, it was crazy. 2-year-old, I was gone for 1 year. For the 1-year-old, gone 6 months, and then for my oldest, dude, sure, 3 years. I don't know, man. I was gone a long time. So, dude, yeah, no, man, it was crazy. But so
I mean, but so for my view, like we went to Australia,
crikey.
trained there for like, I don't know if it was like a week, maybe a week and a half, just in the field straight. Came back and I think we got like a day or 2 at most for a limo. But I was on shore patrol, so you know that's how you roll sometimes.
I hate shore patrol too. Temporary Blue Falcons.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I've heard funny stories though about shore patrol, but that's another story.
At most for a limo. But I was on shore patrol, so you know that's how you roll sometimes.
Patrol 2. Temporary Blue Falcons.
Yeah.
No. But I've heard funny stories though about shore patrol.
I know, I bet. You just gotta imagine some of the shit you'll see dealing with all the fucking drunk guys.
Glorious stuff in a foreign country.
So you went to those crazy places too, though, right?
Yeah. I went to Thailand. I can honestly say I was maybe like one of like, we'll say 3 Marines out of a whole battalion of like 1,300 dudes who could pee with the peace of mind knowing it didn't burn.
And it's just disgusting.
I've never paid for sex, never had to, and I was married. What I did do was get stupid drunk while my buddies were upstairs getting massages. I was getting drunk. Dang. All right. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, that was that. I was cool. I had a staff sergeant. Oh, what makes this story so sweet was that he was Mormon, right? Like super. His name is John Smith. You're never going to find him because there's more John Smiths than there is Muhammad Lees, right? So, Staff Sergeant Smith, he was a stickler. Oh, God, fickle human being. When he got stressed, he'd get a cold sore right here. Tell me how this man went to Thailand, first day of Libo in Pattaya Beach. He comes back to ship, and the next morning, this canker sore just like the size of his lip. He literally looked like he was born with a hair lip. Like I just, yeah. Oh, I was gonna go to medical for him and see if they would do hair lip surgery for that poor man. Needless to say, I don't know what he did, but it was bad. And there was evidence.
Those Mormons get down like that? Is that what they do?
I don't know, man. They just have more kids than Mexicans. So, do with that what you will. It's not racist.
Mormon wives or something. I might be tripping out. Them multiple wives.
I know people who live in cults do. And if they happen to be Mormon, then, so be it. Tom Cruise is in a cult, but they call that Scientology. So,
I heard of it.
Hello, friend. Would you like a sip? No, we don't condone cats drinking beer. It's not beer. It's drink. Soda. Pepsi. So, what else, about your military life can you tell us about? How about, besides your meal, did you go to the bad places?
The first one went to Afghanistan.
Oh.
That was 2006.
If you want to talk about it, we're here. Listen. You go.
No, say.
Well, you can tell me about the boring days, the good days, the bad days, the first day, halfway, the last day.
I remember, you...
Our director just snatched the cat. He'll be back. Watch. Give him 5 minutes. He'll get burned. So, tell us about Afghanistan. What do you remember most, good and or bad? Because I know some truths, but we can hear yours if you want.
This is what I wanted to do, I was a little nervous on the way there, but I was still kind of excited too. And I don't know, it was, I didn't feel like it was too hard. There were some parts that sucked. You do get into close calls and all that, where you think shit, that could have been my ass.
Yeah.
Some of it was even friendly fire shit, I almost got shot in the back of the head by a Marine while I was in the turret, of a 50 cal.
I would have beat his ass.
We were leaving right after, and it was over we're doing a show of force. So there's you're not even shooting at fucking anything. So why the fuck are you shooting behind my head? I was a boob back then. So it was my first deployment. But there was also other times where it was kind of fucked up, We were coming back from a mission, and we just wanted to get back to base. We didn't fucking care.
Mm-hmm.
We got pulled over because the battalion commander was somewhere, in the area. So we had to do overwatch, protect the area, since we're already kind of nearby.
Mm-hmm.
But then Army convoy went past us, like within a couple minutes. Fucking big ass bomb went off, and it killed the 3 in there, or 3 or 4, I don't remember. But that could have been us, you know. So
For those who don't know, which everybody who should be watching this knows, that Humvees were IED magnets.
yeah, we used to ride with the Afghanis in between our vehicles because I think it was called a Warlock. It was like a IED jammer radio frequency, and they would ride in between us to try to get like overlapping protection, but sometimes they would still hit them, so they fucking blow their shit up right in the middle of our convoy.
Damn, I don't even know about the Warlocks. Like, I've heard about them, but like I didn't know it was like that.
It's a frequency jammer.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
No, I get that. I remember hearing about it. But wow. I mean, it's a good thing. As for sure with that convoy, it's a good thing they went first. Not saying that it's a good thing that, some other person lost their life for it, but had that been you guys, maybe we wouldn't be sitting here having that conversation.
Oh yeah, now we talk shit to Army guys, whatever. All love, but
Dude, I'll be honest with you. Like, ever since getting out, I don't care what you are. I accept you. Just don't be a civilian. Like a parent accepting their child for being gay. Look, I accept you for being Army veteran. Just talk to me about something that these civilians do not know and don't understand,
I do too, because now I see veterans and I try to help them with their VA claims, stuff with like that. And I don't know, if they served, I figure, they're at least willing. So if some shit were to pop off, they have to be in a position to go to war. If it's a bad war, then people who aren't regular fighters sometimes have to fight. So I respect it.
Unless they're, what were they called? The people who did the paperwork?
Admin.
The admin fucks. Yeah, the admin. Unless you're admin. And that was your job. You were like an 02 something. Or I don't even know. Okay. 01. I don't know. It's too long. I'm past it. But yeah, no. If we got to the point where the admin people were fighting. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that too. But range said otherwise.
Oh, yeah. I was on range for a while.
I remember when I went to the range and you were coaching, I would just break off from the platoon and the people were like, what are you doing? Like, shut up. Talking to my cousin. And they didn't question it. But I was a belligerent Lance too. I was a stupid belligerent Lance. Can't believe they promoted me.
It's always some.
We definitely fall through the cracks. Okay, so I mean, anything else like besides Afghanistan or EMU from that time? How about when you came back stateside? What was life like? You were just mentioning the range.
Well, the biggest thing that sucked about Afghanistan was it happened after. Just seeing, because we went up in this Korengal Valley, which was at the time it was the worst place, or they're not the worst. It was like 2006. I think they were like expecting like real bad shit to happen.
Yeah.
But we were the first ones up there. We had to set everything up. And I remember years later just saying they ended up giving it up. You see Taliban people all up in the little fobs we built up there, the forward operating base.
Yeah.
And it just sucks because, we lost guys up there, to do all that.
Dude, and like the whole thing too, when we pulled out of Afghan this last time, left so much equipment, all infrastructure, so much and they're there like, they leveled up.
That shit made me mad.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't happy. Whoever that president was, I think he made a bad call.
I think they if they get in a different way,
Yeah. Not hurry up and rush. Yeah. It's not like a tornado's about to hit the house, get to the basement or run. No, it's like, look, man, we got to clean up. At the very least, self-destruct everything so there's nothing left for them.
And they left a lot of the interpreters there
for dead,
which I think that's fucked up because, they're risking their life to
dude,
help us.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're now with us.
Yeah.
Fight with us.
Yeah. you know those people didn't make it.
Yeah.
I guarantee they didn't make it. And that's what sucks ass about it.
They had access to all that stuff, and I heard they're letting them down.
You know what's messed up too is like you ever heard of the show Big Bang Theory?
And it's not.
No, but like the creator, his name was Chuck Lorre, right? And this dude, he made 2.5 Men, Big Bang Theory. Then he makes a show about a Afghan vet who actually saves his interpreter and brings him to America. And the sitcom is literally the interpreter and this vet dude trying to get along, try to live life. And the show got canceled, I think, after 1 season, maybe 2 seasons. I don't know. I was like, we can do Big Bang. We can be nerds for freaking 12 years until our main star gets bored or until Charlie Sheen decides, you know, all that, and they cancel these shows after long syndications. But something that's relevant to us, out. Just like, I don't know if it was too real or just not. I don't know. Being a veteran's a niche thing. I don't know. To me, it's just something like that. For us, is like,
It's like 1% of the population or something like that.
yeah,
That are either that veteran.
yeah.
So it's not that big.
No,
Oh, cool.
no, but 300 million people. That means 3 million people. So a pretty good chunk.
No, yeah, it is.
Well, whatever. Civilians suck. But yeah, man. And then, so, you know, you had Afghan, you came back, you were saying, like, life was hard when you came back. What made it hard?
Well, when I got back from the deployment, my wife would say, you know, I was an asshole. I didn't feel like an asshole. I felt like felt the same, you know. But I knew, you know, you're young, like 20 or so. You go to combat, you think you're the shit, think you're invincible, and so that's what I had in my mind. So, and you know, I would start drinking back from deployments, but I would say the worst was probably when I got back from Iraq. Well, no, I don't know when I turned 21. It doesn't matter. But she was a bartender, and so I was drinking a lot, almost every day. Sometimes. Now I don't even like drinking. So.
No, but I can relate. I remember one time, I think we had 72. Oh, I told you he's back. Look at him. Boom. Yeah, that's how we're going to transition to the ads when he crosses the screen. I think it might have been a regular weekend. I bought a 36 rack on a Friday, and by Sunday I was down to 6 beers. Just for a regular weekend, maybe a 72, but even still, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I got to get ready for work, and I only got 6 beers left. That was bad. That was real bad.
I remember barracks days. Those were, I can't even imagine drinking all day anymore.
No. I was like, we have beer just for sipping and tasting. Like whiskey just to like chill, and it's nice. I realized you save so much money not drinking a lot. Sorry, here he is doing his thing.
My dad was always drink every day. He smoked like packs of cigarettes.
I used to smoke cigarettes too. Oh, dipping. Remember dipping?
She hated it.
It must have been like 3-4 years now. And I threw in a pouch after being done because I got out 2017. Now, 2017, I was cold turkey of everything except caffeine. And then I threw in one pouch and I was like, bleh. Pouch. Remember we used to make fun of people for pouches? Like,
I do the nicotine patches now.
I'd imagine just rolling it up and smoking it. That was me. So I don't know.
But I used to smoke a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm glad I quit. Quit the nicotine shit too, though. Probably.
One vice at a time, man.
I've been smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Dude. And then, so now we got a little bit of, like before, you were a little gremlin, all right? You're delinquent. You made it to the military. You had some good days. You had some bad days. You had some drunk days. You had some boring days. Days that your wife was happy, she wasn't happy. So towards the end, you were what, 2006 when it came in?
No, 2004.
2004. Excuse me, 2004. And you were out by what, 12, 13?
2005. What?
2005. Okay, you came in 05, and then you were out by what, 12, 13?
Yeah, 13.
13. And you were saying, you mentioned it earlier, you really didn't have a plan for the out. So tell me what it's like those last 6 months where you're like, babe, I'm not staying in. What are we doing? Walk me through that.
Well, yeah. So everybody said become a cop. So that's what,
Okay.
that was my plan. I just happened to fail the test right when I got out. So then, that's what everybody tells you. That's what I'm expecting to do. And it just immediately fails. So
Now what happened there? Where were we at?
um,
Where were you at mentally?
mentally, I would say I wasn't in a good place. I was always getting mad, angry, road raging, snapping at everything.
Mm-hmm. I do remember the story you told me, how you got 100% disability. You snapped at the doctor or the nurse.
That wasn't even intentional though.
No, I'm not saying it was intentional, because we don't commit fraud for VA benefits. Calm down, FCC, whoever the hell's watching this, bastards. But yeah, I remember like you just had a moment of like shortness and just snapped at dude, and dude was like, holy shit.
It started just because in the waiting area, it was like fucking crowded. So I was just around the corner, like right there. But the door is not like 10 feet from this wall. Like something like 10 feet. I don't remember exactly. So I was just on the other side. So I was just listening for my name. Didn't hear my name called. I didn't have headphones or anything. I don't know, some time went by, so I went to the receptionist. I was like, hey, am I here? I'm here. Can they see? Are they going to see me? And then the doctor came out. He's all fucking mad. Like, come on, get in. And I was like, oh. I'm pretty good. I'm like chill most time. But certain people like just rub me the wrong way. And just him acting like that, like,
It was just short fuse.
so he was just acting like this during the whole appointment. And I don't remember what he said, but he was just saying like a smart ass. I just fucking started yelling at his ass. I told him, he was an older gentleman, but I told him, fuck him, whatever. I was ready to fight him. And then he was like, just calm down. Just calm down.
Shit out of him. His pacemaker started doing.
Honestly, I'm not proud of him. It's just, I was still in my angry stages.
Yeah. I mean, if you were proud of it, you'd have to be a narcissistic asshole, or like a sociopath. And be like, I'm proud I bullied a doctor. Like, no.
That's not something I do.
No.
So
I mean, but imagine how many people who don't realize they're going through what you're going through. Like, so many of us, I went through it. Like, you're just angry for the sake of being fucking angry. And you don't know why you're angry. You're just like, fuck you, I hate you.
Well, yeah, I think he like asked me a question. He was like, I told him my answer. He's like, yeah.
He is.
So, it just
No, that's, yeah, no.
I feel like, I was around the fucking corner. Like, get over it. So
what ended up happening?
Once I calmed down, he's like, you can go. He was being nice. And that wasn't even like the mental health
No.
evaluation. So I don't even know if mental health people even saw that.
Probably called him like, yo, he's an okay.
So
Made his lab coat yellow. A little bit of brown.
But I don't know. Thinking back to it, it's funny.
Kind of, because what makes it funny, I think, is like that we all have a story that we can relate to it. Not so much of the action, because any normal person outside looking in sees two dudes laughing at how we scared a doctor. But yeah, those two are messed up. But it takes we are messed up, and that's why we went to the doctor. And sorry. Yeah, he's fine. But okay, now he's just doing it on purpose. So what I'm trying to say before I lose my track is that outsiders looking in could be like, wow, you guys are messed up for laughing. But it's like, we're not laughing at that we bullied a doctor. It's the fact that, like, I seen your trauma, I felt your trauma, I empathize, like, I've been through your trauma. And now we're like, we're just two burn victims looking all messed up and like, you're burned, I'm burned, you know, we're hurt. It's just like, we can relate, and it brings humor. And he said, yeah. I get it. And that's the easiest way to say it is like, I get it. And that's why we giggle. So, but yeah. So tell me more about your road to recovery.
But yeah, I'm honestly, well, on top of that medical stuff, my back was fucked up from the Marine Corps. I initially heard it. I don't remember. I think it was like during my second enlistment, like somewhere around there. But
Were you ever blown up?
oh yeah, huh?
I thought you were.
On my birthday, I knew something had to happen. We were coming back late.
You blew out your MRE cake candle.
But I was in the seventh time.
Oh,
I was in the lead vehicle.
I'll put a picture of what a 7-ton is for you guys later. It's a big truck.
And we had rollers on it, so it fucked those up pretty good. But overall, it was small. It wasn't too bit crazy.
I keep thinking about that time, and I know we kind of backtrack, but I'll bring it back around. I saw this meme that I giggled because a lot of us from those days could relate. By those days, I mean my pappies and grandpappies, because I never went. But it was this comic of this terrorist, turban, you know, the stereotypical, and he has his vest bomb, right? It's on him, and he's talking to his student. He goes, pay attention, because I'm only going to show you this once. As he's holding the trigger for the vest bomb. And it's like, I always associate that picture to those times. And I don't know why, but I felt like I had to share that.
Yeah. Random shit remind me.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so you got blown up on your birthday.
But yeah, I remember like even just being in Vegas. At first, just being in a desert, driving, you just feel like you're fucking back there, you know? You just, all the sand or dirt, whatever, it's just brown.
You know, one that's I've developed, and I don't understand why, and I think I don't even know why, but in Arizona, we got Luke Air Force Base, and every so often, jets will fly by. And when they fly by, I tense up. I don't get it. I don't know why. Like, I've thrown grenades. I've done enough training and seen enough things, and I've never once been bombed, bro. Jets haven't bombed the country since Lebanon type stuff. Like, being sarcastic, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's weird.
I remember we went to the mountain over here, Mount Charleston, and going up there, like, that was, I don't know, it happened in 29 Palms too. What's that? Palm Springs, like the mountains up there?
Mm-hmm.
Going up there.
When we take the trolley up.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I remember that was the first place I went to that like was real mountains, because in Afghanistan I was in the mountains, but the fucking like nervousness and like, I'm not nervousness, but like extra hypervigilance, you know,
The anxiousness, the like,
I just felt like I had to keep looking around and all this, just because I saw like green trees and all this. You know, we're in the desert, we're in palms,
yeah.
but that shit bothered me for a while too.
Do you still have a hard time sitting with your back towards the door?
I don't like it. And like, even for me, I think the biggest thing that happened, I guess, since leaving was finding Christ, going to church. I think that was because I was going through like therapy and all this bullshit with the VA. And I really did. Like, I went off on one of them too. Motherfuckers. Fucking what was he, a fucking psychotherapist or some shit?
Sure.
He was doing that same, psychologist, whatever. Fuck him. He was just, I don't know. I didn't like how he was talking to me. It was like fucking disrespectful. Like, just talk to me like a person, bro. Like, so he was my first one, but after that, he wasn't mine. They assigned me somebody else. I had a really good lady that I was working with for like, I don't know, months. And she was kind of helping me, but she got promoted. She left. Then after that, it's just, you just go through people. And that's how it is with the VA. That's the thing that sucks about it. They get promoted, they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
But it's hard to like get like good care. Like my fucking primary guy, I don't really care for him, but I'll probably switch here sooner or later. But
I think I see my primary once a year. It's like once every 6 months, but if I see him in January, so like maybe twice a year. So I see him in January, see her in January, and then June, July. But then if it gets canceled, then I probably won't see them till next January. Like that was the whole thing when I blew out my knee. I know I tore something, but by the time I was able to get to the VA to get the X-ray and then the MRI, it was like a year and a half passed, and it was healed, not properly, but I can run now. And that in itself, that's a whole nother story. That jacked me up bad. So that's a whole nother video. But yeah, so you're trying to get help, but then you find Jesus.
yeah, I say that's like one of the biggest factors. And it started by her just wanting to go to church. And I was like, she kept telling me, I was like, man, she needs to stop telling me this. I eventually went with her, and it took me a while. I just had to sit there. And then, I'd listen more and more and it made sense. And I was like, okay, yeah, you can vibe with this. And then, but I would say that's probably the biggest thing that's helped me overall. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to block chat.
I mean,
Things happen and stupid shit like that. But I was pretty lost. I didn't know what to do, failed the psychological test.
Mhm.
Worked at UPS as a loader. And then I decided at some point, oh shit, I want to be a physical therapist because I liked exercise.
Real that. Yeah.
I thought I could probably work with athletes or something and train them, help them heal, recover.
Now that the freaking Raiders are in Vegas, yeah.
You gotta know people though.
No, for sure. Like anything else.
But yeah, that would have been fun to do. But I didn't do it because in order to, you got to have a bachelor's degree just to apply, and it's a doctorate's degree. And by the time I had my bachelor's, I was going to miss the date to apply, so I was going to have to wait a year. And it wasn't guaranteed I got in because in Vegas, there's not many opportunities. There's 2 schools, if I remember, or there might be more now. That was a while ago. But I didn't want to take the chance, and so decided to go nursing.
Mm.
And that was like it was an accelerated bachelor's, and ended up doing that. She wanted me to do it. I was like, oh, I can do that.
But I mean, your wife's half Filipino, bro. That's like their whole culture.
She was supposed to do it. We kept moving and shit. So.
If you're Filipino and not a nurse, you're wrong. You can be a doctor and be Filipino, and your mother's still upset with you. Like, why you know nurse?
So while I was in, she was going to school she tried different schools to do it, but for at one point, we're just moving every 2 years. And, it was just, so I ended up doing it, whatever. And then COVID came around. I was kind of curious. I was like, you see the news, they're saying it's like the worst thing ever. I was like, kind of want to see what, like, myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious,
You went back on deployment, eh?
I went to New York in the beginning of all that.
New York might as well have been a raccoon city, like with all the zombie-ness and all of that retardedness.
It was crazy to see. Yeah. Because I've been there once before and just seeing it empty was different. Yeah.
Yeah. around the world, like you had deer walking down the street. That was a different time, man. 2020, like for me, I did a lot of my self recovery during that year. I did a lot of my recovery during 2020. So that again, that month of March, where I know it was a struggle for a lot of people, for like myself and my family. Oh, I needed it, especially the way I was going, like with the firefighting and nonstop. Like got out 2017 and then got out on a Friday, was in hazmat class the next Monday, and then the academy the following month, and then hired onto the fire department by the end of the academy, and in wildlands, and my body wasn't healing.
Were you like a state employed?
I was
Federal?
I was working for when I was wildland, I was a federal, because I was working for the Bureau of Indian Affairs, for their BLM, when it was Bureau of Land Management, not Black Lives Matter. And then I was working for the city of Kingman. And,
Yeah.
Kingman from my house is like 4.5 hour drive, like an hour from here. And I had PTSD driving up to your house for this, driving through Kingman. I was like, this town, I'm spitting at it like, oh, I hate all of you. Hated that job. Like, it was cool. The experience was wild, but the people reminded me of people from the military. And it was just like, again, during my dark days, like I spazzed out on one of the chiefs, like the chief, like the head fire chief. I like call him, you're a pussy. You don't know how to lead men. You just want to lead and just get promoted and all of that. Oh, dude, I want to end. And yeah, well, long story short, got fired, lost my job. Like had 3 firefighting jobs and I lost all 3 of them within the span of a month and a half. Then I needed to recover, so mentally and physically. But yeah, there's plenty more too. But yeah, so nursing, you saw Ghost Town, New York, all that. So,
And nobody knew what to do. So COVID is like brand new.
yeah,
They didn't know how to treat it. So people were dying, I mean, they didn't know. You try to do what you can.
I've lost relatives of COVID. I don't know about you, but like the older generation, like my aunts and uncles, a couple of them, dude, got COVID. And hell, like my wife got COVID, the kids got COVID, and I did not.
As far as I never got it.
I think it was all the shots in the ass cheeks, like the peanut butter shots and all, like, yeah, the poking and prodding, all of it, dude. I'm pretty sure they gave us COVID before they even knew what COVID was called. And like, I'd walk through the house and everybody, and I'm just like, are you okay? Checking fevers, like, could have been like those, was it like the old Renaissance doctors with the bird masks? Yeah. Man, that was weird times. But yeah, so then what happened after the nursing? Like,
Nursing. Well, I went on those COVID deployments for like almost a year and some change, maybe, like total. First it was New York, Texas. You just went down into work, like 6 days a week. And you just stay in a hotel. I was night shift, so I didn't want to like ruin my sleep schedule for one day. Some like people would go out and do stuff. Like I was like, fuck that. I'm like, I'm only here to work. And so I didn't even explore much when I was out there.
does it feel like when you go, oh, I've been to Alaska, but you just been in the airport? So it's like, have you really been to Alaska? You were in the airport, bro. That doesn't count.
Solid midnight.
Yeah, that's cool. Freaking I remember at one point, I think it was before COVID, we visited and you guys had just bought that business, or you were starting out that business.
I was a nurse at that time.
Nursing home.
And I remember my dad passed while I was in nursing school. And so trying to find him a place was difficult for us because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Gina, is it camera slow? Okay, cool.
We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We heard of these things called group homes. That's where you have like basically kind of like a tech, someone who watches after the folks. like a Care 8, something like that. It's not like a CNA or anything.
SNFs, the skilled nursing facility.
Yeah. They have like, they're not CNAs, but they're trained in like giving medications, like basic care stuff, and assisting, doing all that stuff, helping people with activities of daily living is what they call them. But we did that. I wanted to do that because it was difficult. I couldn't find a place for my dad. He has to go. A SNF is actually not like that. SNF is like an actual care facility, basically. So the group home is just a residential house in the middle of a neighborhood, and you have like 2 to 10 people that are being taken care of, a couple caregivers. But I wanted to do that just because I knew the situation my dad was in, and I wanted to be able to help people. And we did end up doing like really cheap prices, like for veterans and stuff, like people getting discharged from the hospital. The family works all day, and the guy can't be home alone.
Yeah.
So we felt like we had to help. And our very first resident, same situation. It wasn't a veteran, but it was just a lady that she probably would have died if she didn't come to us. But she lived like 2-3 years longer. So it made it, I feel like it was making a difference, and I wanted to get back in some sort of way.
Yeah, that was, I remember that was pretty freaking cool. It was a cool thing, man.
But we did end up selling it. And at 5 years, we sold it. We went in partnership with another family.
I remember meeting them.
And we weren't even planning to sell, but just the opportunity just kind of met us, and we went for it. So
was it like a good come up? You don't have to talk like specific numbers, but was it like
it was decent.
Worth selling it at the time? Helped you like move on to the next level?
It was nice. It helped me not go to nursing for a while. So
okay.
And now we're both in real estate.
Yeah. So tell me about that.
My wife and I were both agents. Kind of new to it, getting started. We kind of did some investing stuff, like we partnered on a few flips, but not like nothing extensive, nothing crazy. We have a rental. We did like live-in flips where you buy a house that's kind of old or beat up, but then you fix it while you live in it.
Is that the titty house?
Yeah.
Please tell us a story about the titty. Like, don't tell us about the house. Tell us a story about the titties associated to this house, because I feel like that's worth talking about.
Yeah, the picture, if you look through the pictures online, you see, like, if you scroll to like the last one, you see like this 70-year-old lady, one tit hanging out, taking not a selfie, but like she's trying to hide behind a wall and take the picture of the bathroom, but the mirror is right there. And she's just there. I didn't really like her just because she was mean to our realtor. She seemed like a man-hating, I don't know. She was nice to me. That's because we're buying her house. But just the way she treated him, I was like, that's fucked up.
It wasn't a pretty titty either.
She was a nurse, so I can see why she was kind of like that. Some of them are just straight bitter, Not all.
Salt dogs, bro. Bro, there's some nurses that are harder than any military man you love.
It's those ones that have been there for like 20 years, and you can tell they just fucking hate it.
Bro, they don't even smoke cigarettes. They just chew on it for the pain.
Some of the older ones are nice too, though. So, you never know.
Yeah. Okay, so to kind of bring it back, you're flipping houses, you're doing real estate, you're an agent now. So how's that? How's life with that?
It's going okay. I mean, it could be better. Gina's doing pretty good right now. I bought 3 houses basically with people or through investors and stuff like that. But it's still within my first year. So some people don't sell anything in their first year or do anything, Some people get a license, don't do anything at all. So, but Gina's getting a lot of traction for her stuff because she's posting on social media every single day. And that's like a big life hack that like I just never knew about social media. Because so the thing interesting about us is the house we're in now would have been our third live-in flip.
Mhm.
We did half the house, and we started getting animals instead of finishing the house. We basically have a mini farm now.
Yeah, tell me about this sound decision, this like full communicated conversation of let's have a farm.
I don't even.
That wasn't on impulse because, you know, Gina's a normal human being, just like my wife.
So I kind of knew she wanted chickens, right? But
We're gonna keep this. No, we're gonna keep this too. Oh, I'm cramping. Oh, I'm cramping. I need water. All right, hang on. I gotta get water. I'm seeing on fish. Oh yeah, it's a tool. So it's a tool you didn't know.
so basically, yeah, we have all these animals now. It started with 4 chickens.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks I forgot about. Well, no. It started with 4 chickens. I got it late, last minute, because I didn't want to surprise her. She thinks that I got it because I didn't have anything to get. But shit happens, yo. It's like
Mm-hmm.
4 chickens turned into like, I don't know how.
Yeah. To kind of give everybody the idea, how does 4 chickens turn into a peacock? How does 4 chickens turn into a cow? A mini horse that fights the cow. A tortoise who's 47 years old.
80 pounds.
41 years old. 80-pound tortoise. So, you know, if we're talking Yoda, it's still a baby. It's younger than Grogu. What else is out there? Oh, 2 turkeys. One that bucked at me, like he jumped up and chest bumped me. What else? What else did I see? Oh, your 4 potatoes, which are Frenchies. The 4 Frenchies. Like, you guys are running an animal sanctuary. Like, Tiger King would be proud if you guys had tigers.
My wife made sure she read the statute. We're maxed out.
What's one more? Like would like a sugar glider be too much? Is that what breaks a camel's back?
I don't know.
One more gut?
We just gotta look. We can have a small animal, but those are like large livestock.
Okay, so a horse is out the question. Like a real normal horse.
We could have 2 large livestock. For you, no, yeah, you
So what does the mini horse count as? Like half?
depends how much he weighs.
Oh, okay.
He's a little chunky, right?
Oh yeah, he is. He's a thick boy. And he's a dick. I saw him pick on the cow. The cow was tied up.
Try to show.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
What you like when you be biting them?
What's your cow's name?
Johnny Cash.
I don't care who you are.
He's getting popular out here. We take him out to shows and shit, and people come in, pet him, hug him, all this, you know.
No, and you teaching me what a steer is. Like, a steer is a boy cow that's been neutered. I did not know that for the life of me.
I never knew steers and queers.
Yeah, so
I just thought they said it because it rhymed.
yeah, like Full Metal Jacket. Fucking when Gunny said steer and queer, like, he really hates Texas. Like, you're either queer or you don't have balls. Like, holy shit. Rest in peace, Gunny.
Yeah.
But dude, so, and that's awesome. How old are you now? 40?
39.
39. He was 40. From 39 years on this planet, you managed to live a life in Northern California, almost be a hoodlum, find your perfectly sane wife who put you on the straight and narrow, kept you grounded while you were an absolute prick in the military, and kept you grounded not buying animals while you guys were out. And you guys have managed to build this empire all in the city of Las Vegas, because why would it be anywhere else but Vegas?
You know, it's different. Trying to bring difference into different.
So all in all, looking back, what would you tell somebody? Like, let's talk about like the 3 stages. What would you tell somebody who wants to go in, somebody who's in and maybe struggling, and who the one that I really want to touch on is, what do we tell the guys are about to get out who have no idea what they're about to get into?
Guys getting in, I mean, I still feel like a patriot, you know. I think there's a lot of fucked up shit in the government and it drives me crazy, but I still love America, you know, and I encourage young people to join. If my kids want to do it, you know, I'll just tell them some pros and cons, and if that's what you want to do, you know, go do it.
I think if my kids wanted to join, I'd be like, bro, let's exhaust all of our options first.
It depends on who's president too, and that's the other thing that sucks, because that can change while they're in. And like, if Biden was in, fuck that. I didn't want them to join. He got those Marines killed in Afghanistan.
And I was in with Obama, so he was trying to close up shop there.
I was getting out as Obama was.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was in for a little bit though.
Yeah, but you're in that transition period with this first term and all that stuff. Yeah, the good old W.
Yeah. W.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy too.
Yeah. Let's not get canceled on our first show. We'll come back to that for our 50th episode. We'll just shit on every president. Lincoln. Him and his logs.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
fair.
Yeah.
Well, then, okay, so I think somebody is in, I'd be like, hey, write it out. Just the fastest way through it is through it, right? Leave that.
For me, it's like, depends what you want to do. Some people want to be a warrior, you know, and that's the only way you got to do it. Sometimes, as I had grown older, you know, sometimes they do it shady to people in other countries. Sometimes,
Yeah.
you just never know.
Yeah.
You just have to decide if you want to be a warrior, and that's what you want to do, then fucking do it. And sometimes it's going to suck. But if you really want to do it, I would recommend it.
Now, the big one. The guys that are getting out, they're still angry. That don't, like, I feel like there's a lot of resources, but not enough. And even though there's a lot, there's not enough awareness. How do we help these guys? How do we tell these guys? Like,
And that's why I feel like I was kind of lucky, or I don't know what it was, but I wanted to get out of it, you know?
okay.
I went to a lot of classes like anger management, all this, and if you're not going to decide to not apply it, then it's fucking hard too, you know? It's a struggle. You got to catch yourself in it.
Oh my God, yeah.
And sometimes it's just worse. Like, sometimes you're going through shit in life, and so it's just a lot easier to go off on stuff.
I know that too.
Especially like when you first get out, some of us feel lost, you know, lost in the sauce.
Like no time to decompress.
Yeah. So just know there's options. Like, religion doesn't have to be for everybody, but look into it at least, you know? It might not be for you.
Yeah, it's not for me, but yeah, I get it. It helped you a lot. I'm happy for you, but
It's hesitant, you know? But it's not for everybody. So you just got to find your own way. Like, you got to start changing your mindset. I was fucking negative Nancy for
words are powerful, bro. Like, and I struggle like with giving myself words of affirmation. Like, you can do this, you got this. Like, no, man, that's a struggle. But like, if you change, like, that's almost like reprogramming your brain just by using words.
Yeah.
It's wild. And I didn't understand it when I was young, angry, and stupid. But, you know, we're a little older, a little like creakier, but it's like through experience, I see it. So it's like, it's wild.
Yeah. It's just, to me, I think some of that goes back to just not having, well, I can't speak for you, and I love my dad, but I just didn't have a role model, you know? Someone to like kind of teach me, guide me. The only thing I would just he'd fucking yell at my ass, whoop my ass. But he was never home. And that left my two brothers who were fucking in and out of jail. Fucking, those were my role models. So I was still the good one out of the three.
Mhm.
And part of it is just not getting caught.
Mhm.
Well, I did get caught once, but so it's just, I think part of it played back to all that.
Yeah. I get that on a fundamental level. Yeah, I get that. My dad he did the best he could. He happened to be a Cuban refugee that came by boat. So he got to, not by boat, by plane. So he got to stay. But then he's just, he loved me, I guess. He tried to raise me best he could. Divorced from my mom since I was 5. But when you're a Cuban, like you're issued a baseball bat and a glove out of the vagina. So it's like baseball, baseballs. And then when I hit high school, and crazy thing is like I'm pretty sure I had the key to success when it came to baseball because of batting. And despite my dad, because he didn't support me when I wanted to play football, and then he like hella abandoned me. I quit varsity. So it's like, I don't know. I get it. Like to a certain extent, like he tried, but he taught me a lot of bad habits that screwed me up as I got older.
I would say mine too.
Yeah.
That rubbed off on to my kids, some of it. But I've grown since then, not getting angry like that and actually thinking a little bit more.
I think I would have to say, if I have to think anything, I'd have to think like my kids, not because they helped me change, because they did, but it's like I realized I would lose them had I not changed.
Yeah.
And if I didn't want to lose them, dude, I had to change because I was starting to affect them in such a way. But now that they live with me, or like, because Angie's wrestling and I'm with them full time, I've gotten to know these 3 individual human beings in ways that I never knew I could know them, because it was like, no, that's my kid. I have to punish them, be judge, jury, executioner when they mess up, or bedtime and like the enforcer. No, it's like, now I can crack inside jokes with my kids, and it's something so small, but then it's just like, wow, this is a thing.
I felt like the enforcer.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what it is with being a dad, because like moms are the celebrity of the house, right? You're always number 2, and I get that, but it's like you could have you could have a relationship with your kids, and it's so obvious, but at the same time, I was so oblivious to it. Like, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, you see that shit too, though, in the military.
One of the reasons I didn't want to stay in is I had a first sergeant. He's like, my son's 18 years old. He's a deadbeat. He doesn't get out the house. He's a bum. I'm like, ugh, I don't want that. I'd rather get out and try to have a life with my kids. So yeah, remember that. But I mean, yeah, man, that's a lot. And I'm pretty sure we just, in this, hour, 15 minutes, just scratched the surface. And I mean, I'm sure we'll sit down and talk more. But is there any other like parting words, any words of positivity you'd like to share, or anything? Like, tell me about like your business, like these eggs, so like anything you want to put over.
So yeah, that's another thing we do. My wife, we got hella chickens, so we sell eggs, and we hatch some chickies too. We're not really trying to do that. We're just, I don't know what the hell she's doing, honestly, but she's selling them, giving them away, whatever. We got egg shortages.
Yeah, do you realize the money you guys can make a killing is selling 25 eggs for $15, not $25? What?
And like, look at it. It's like fancy.
Yeah, dude. Pink box, everything.
And it's like all custom handwritten.
Yeah.
Stamps.
Again, this is from Gino, who's a perfectly normal human being. He doesn't make impulsive judgment calls like my wife does.
I know. Yeah. But yeah, so she's not, we're going to do this more as like, kind of like a gift. There's some people we sell them to. It started out as like a trading thing and just seeing what we would get, which I think we should do. We'll see. And we give it as gifts. People think it's cool because, it's just different. It's custom.
Mm-hmm. That being said, have you seen the trend that people do at conventions where they start off with the keychain and end up with like a PlayStation 5 because they'll go booth to booth. Hey, what would you trade me for this? What would you trade me for this? And as they continue to go, they'll start off with a garbage Pokemon card and they'll trade this person for this Pokemon card and then take that to the next booth and trade up and trade up and trade up. And the next thing you know, they're walking out with like a $10,000 valued Charizard. Yeah. And it's just like, you guys should do that with these eggs and see what you can. Like, I bet if you took that to like a farmer's market, you guys would walk out with another Tesla. With the right chain, I believe it, dude. The way your wife has like the gift of gab, like if Gina had a superpower and she was like a super villain, she could be like a cult leader, bro.
There's people that talk more, so it's more bearable, you know. She does talk a lot. Sometimes you just gotta turn it off mentally. And it's like boom. You just go on with your day.
She's behind the camera giggling right now.
But we've been married 20 years, you know? And so at least we're still going. So I'm good with that. And yeah, we could always be better, you know, but we're down for each other. So that's why I love.
Well, I'll figure out a way to close out these shows from now. I don't want to copy. There's one thing I've seen some people do where like, things that they're grateful for, but I don't want to bite off of his thing. So I'll figure something out. But for now, thank you, Scotty. This is actually pretty cool. This is cool. Yeah, man. First episode, we'll probably have more. Who knows? Maybe it's you and me on the road podcasting or some shit. Like if Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco can do it, I figure we might be onto something.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. With that being said, thank you. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Well, there you have it. The first ever episode of Hurry Up and Wait. Glad you liked it. Hope you guys learned a little bit of Sergeant Rehm. Staff Sergeant Rehm. And hopefully catch you on the next one. Have a good night. My crayon ran out of flavor about 5 minutes ago.